is good? It's your boy Ty back here. Look, man. It's hard finding words to describe this. Without this is absolutely horrible. And look, these Evos, just look at Luka's Evo, man. Are we serious? Are y'all serious? This is the Evo he gets? Man, I don't know, man. This is our quote-unquote Christmas content. Yes, we got a diamond locker code, but this was the main NBA Primetime Christmas content. And I told everybody yesterday, you know what, guys? Be patient. Wait to see which of the teams win. Because you know what? Even when it comes down to a Jimmy Butler, Joel Embiid, these Evos could be the difference in who you choose. Man, these Evos are absolutely horrible. I mean, they barely get better. You're looking at a plus 69. Oh, yeah, that's awesome. That's cool. It's horrible. The cards do barely get better. And it just absolutely bugs me. Why? Why do these cards barely get better? Jalen Brunson saw a plus 19. Really a plus 16 because passing IQ does not count. If you really want to get serious, shot close doesn't count either. So then you're looking at a plus what? 14 total stats? I mean, I'm not even going to be going over these cards one by one because they're just an absolute bona fide scrub drops. I mean, you're looking at Jokic, plus 3 ball, but doesn't even get a defensive upgrade. I just don't understand how this right here is our Christmas content. Look, 2K, you could have forgot the Evos and fixed the Paul George glitch for instead of doing what you did. I mean, honestly, guys, I was like, you know what? Wait before you lock in any of these cards. And it turns out, just choose your favorite cards in this. Between Giannis and Brunson, Giannis is still better. Between Curry and Jokic, Curry is still better. Between Bron and Tatum, Bron probably is still better. Between Embiid and Jimmy, Jimmy might be better. But then between KD and Luka, guess what, guys? KD is still better. I mean, these Evos literally are useless. Absolutely useless. And I get it with Jayson Tatum and Jimmy. You don't have to make them that much better. And you know what? For Tatum, sure, he saw some improvements. But it's just like, are we serious? We can't give him, his 80 interior, 82 strength or 82 speed. They did the bare minimum to make them go up a tier. It's sad. It makes me mad. The fact that I actually grinded these cards, I actually waited to type in this locker code. For what? Why did I wait to type in this locker code? It just doesn't make sense. These cards are absolutely useless. And I just can't find the right words for it. I mean, I just can't. I can't find anything to hype up this content, hype up these cards. These cards are absolutely bona fide scrubs. Then I'm like, you know what? The Evo part of this is cool. I think for people just starting the game, it might be a fun type of thing to just, wait and see. Some of these cards are probably going to end up being decent. No, these cards are all absolutely dog water and not worth your time. They're just not. So guess what? When it comes down to choosing, if you haven't chosen them, choose the cards you can have fun with. Don't even choose most of these cards on your screen right now. Don't do it because you're going to be disappointed. Absolutely disappointed. And I still think the Ruby Steph is good for newcomers. I still think the Ruby Giannis for newcomers is fine. I still think Ruby Bron is fine. Amy Jimmy, whatever. But you can't highlight these as, they're going to get awesome Evos. And the Evos are not good. Even for Jimmy Butler. But he gets Hall of Fame off-ball pass workhorse. Okay, cool. Why does he get no gold badges? That's the thing that does not sit right with me. I feel like 2K just did the absolute bare minimum to get them by with these Evos. And it's just horrible, man. I mean, we went from a while ago, we'd get actual good, like the locker code, the diamond locker code, I can't hate on that. But it's just like the NBA Primetime set. 2K, you have a chance to do something actually decent, and this is what you did. It just does not ultimately sit right with me. And maybe it's a me problem, guys. Maybe I'm just being too harsh on 2K's side, but just none of these cards sit really right with me. I'm just not a fan of any of them. And when I looked at these cards initially and I saw this, I'm like, okay, 2K, with all of these guys having a chance to get Evo'd, I'm excited about it, especially for like a Giannis and Bron. But like, y'all gotta realize the difference between this Giannis and what would have been an Evo'd Giannis, hardly anything. So I mean, that's the whole thing for me is, I guess yesterday everybody was right with the Evos are hardly going to make the cards better. I thought they, I knew that they would Evo to Amethyst, but I thought the Evos would just be a little bit more than they are, because when I look at the Evos, or when I looked at the Evos first day, I honestly thought 2K was trolling, because I'm like, okay, Jalen Brunson, for example, he could have got a decent Evo, and he sees this. I mean, like, what are we doing, 2K? What are we doing? Ultimately, it just doesn't sit right with me. It just does not make sense to me that we're trying to get people engaged in this game, and you're giving this Evo. I don't understand the goal of it. Like, are they trying to tie it into the real life NBA? Okay, cool, but you got to make these cards absolutely more worth it. Maybe what they should have done, it should have been like, these are the 10 cards. We'll drop an Evo for anybody who has a super good game. Like, maybe that's what they should have done. So then, when you look at these cards and you look at their stat lines, Luka Doncic, I'm pretty sure had a good game. Let's look. Luka Doncic, yeah, he had 50. I didn't watch the game because I was asleep and didn't miss out on the glitch. He had 50 points, 15 assists, and 6 rebounds. 50 points, 15 assists, and 6 rebounds, and this is the Evo he got. I'll let you guys be the judge of that. I'll let you guys decide that. And I'll leave you guys with that. And even for me, guys, like, Jalen Brunson, right? Yesterday he had 38 points. And he sees a what? Plus 19 total attributes. Look, I get it. If you want to do it for the winning team and only if cards play good, that's fine. But when you're looking at a Jalen Brunson who had 38 points yesterday, this is what you give him? Just does not sit right with me, guys. And again, you guys might disagree. You guys might think these are all fine, but for me, I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. When we're talking about Evos and NBA Primetime cards and wanting to relate them with the actual NBA, I was actually watching yesterday rooting for the Bucks because I was hoping Giannis would get an Evo. All for this to be the Evos? I'm just irritated. Because, it's not just one thing. It's one thing after another thing that I just feel like 2K is dropping the ball on. And at some point, it's just got to be like, 2K, we've got to figure it out. And I thought this NBA Primetime was good because you got a lot of stars in it. You got a lot of Evos, and people are going to be excited about it. These Evos are absolutely horrible. Just ruined any hype that those Evos had. Like, the hype of, Jayson Tatum got an Evo. The hype of Jimmy Butler, Luka Doncic. Like, there's just no hype. Now, sure, it might have been more hype if Giannis, Steph, Bron won. Like, yeah, there might have been more hype. But still, it's the same thing. If they would have barely gotten better, there's still not going to be much hype behind it. At least, in my opinion, I wouldn't have been hyped towards it. Maybe you guys would have been, but I just think that 2K really dropped the ball with these NBA Primetime cards. What I think for no money spent players could have been actually something cool, especially out of that locker code. So that's kind of my opinion on things. You guys can let me know yours down below in the comments, guys. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're new to that. As always, but I love you guys. Have a blessed day.